Hello, this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and we are finally back with the next Smite God video. This time we're looking at Apollo. So for the God Builder, for the items, we're starting off with Transcendence. Yes, I've finally gone into Transcendence on this freaking account. Took a bit too long, but here we are. Transcendence, I'm telling you right now, is possibly the best item for hunters in Smite right now. Basically, you gain physical power, mana, and then mana per second. And then its passive is you permanently gain 15 mana per stack and receive 5 stacks for a god kill and 1 stack for a minion kill. And that maxes out 50 stacks. And then additionally, 3% of your mana is converted to physical power. So basically, it just take 3% of this 1325, and then after the stacks come up and you'll get that 3%, and then that's added to your physical power. Basically, that for ADCs and all hunters in Smite is basically ridiculous. But next we move on, we've got Warrior Tabi, physical power and movement speed. We've got Ichaival, which is attack speed and physical penetration, and then its passive basically increases your physical power and reduces your target's physical power from items. And then we've got Rage. Basically, you know what this does, I hope by now. 30 physical power, 20% critical strike chance, and then when you don't crit, increases your chance to crit. Then we've got Deathbringer, physical power, critical strike chance, and then critical strike damage is increased by 40%. And then Titan's Bane, which is physical power, and then all of your physical attacks gain 33% penetration. And then we've got Purification and Sanctuary for the Relics. Overall though, as you might be able to see, this isn't a full-on attack speed build. If you did want to go a little bit more attack speed, I think you could probably drop Titan's Bane and maybe throw in Odysseus Bow or just another attack speed item, maybe Hasten Fatalis. If you wanted to, I would just drop Titan's Bane and then put that item after Ichaival, and then Rage and Deathbringer would be the last two. So if you want a little bit more attack speed, I would not blame you at all, because this is very much reliant on making sure you hit your basic attacks and your abilities. If you mess up, you don't have like 2.2% attack speed to freaking just keep going and annihilating someone, because we're only maxing out 1.56 with this build, so not a whole lot of attack speed. God Builder, I think he's actually pretty well done by default. I really couldn't think of anything that you'd want to focus over. So beautiful. Yeah, some of these names. But the passive we've got here is Audacity. After 10 successful basic attacks, Apollo basically will shoot with both of his hands and increases attack speed by 100% for the next 5 basic attacks, hit or miss. That's pretty nice. Definitely late game it can be pretty disgusting. So make sure you hit your basic attacks, and then you can just completely nuke someone. And then we've got So Beautiful. Basically it's just a line attack. It goes through in a line and just does damage. It's basic hunter stuff. And then we've got Serenade, which is an area around him that he just basically puts them to sleep. It says mesmerize, but it's pretty much puts them to sleep. But basically this is really nice for an escape, and it could be used to like just CC a group of enemies to line up for your enemy or teammates to hit them while they're passed out, basically. Next we've got the moves, which is where Apollo slides on his knees, and basically it's a line that just moves him forward, or a dash. But it does a little bit of damage, and then it gives you some movement speed at the end of it, so it's not bad, but it's basically free for chasing someone. And then Apollo's most famous ability, Across the Sky, where he rides around in his chariot for forever. it drops from your mana and it channels, and it takes forever for it to go away. So you can ride around for seemingly forever, basically. But then he rides around, chooses where to land, and deals damage every 0.2 seconds for 8 seconds. So basically, he does damage 4 times on his way to the ground. And this is really nice for chasing someone who's weak. But let's get into a little bit more, you know what I'm going to do, just show gameplay. So for this build, you're starting with Transcendence. So basically, just farm minions until you can get Transcendence. And then after you get Transcendence, continue to farm minions like nobody's business. You want to get these 50 stacks of Transcendence as soon as possible. I don't care if other people on your team are going for minions. You've got Transcendence, go for minions. Now, the only thing with Transcendence is that you've got to remember that it is the most powerful item for ADCs in this game. With that being said, you, by having Transcendence, have just put a massive bullseye on your face. Everybody on the other team is going to freaking go for it. They do not want you to get ahead because Transcendence is literally that good. So be prepared to get focused and be prepared to die a good bit. While you may be able to put up 10 to 15 kills like nobody's business, you very well may die 10 to 15 times simply due to the fact that you're going to have people coming after you. But after you get those 50 stacks, you should have Warrior's Tabi by now and probably be starting on Ichaival, or if you are pretty fast, you might already have it. But once you get to Warrior's Tabi and Ichaival is really when you can start laying out some damage. Because before you get Ichaival, you've got crap attack speed. So if you can get some kills, maybe a couple, that's freaking amazing. But because you're basically just trying to get the final hit on someone since you're attacking like freaking slow as can be, like cuckoo slow. But after you can get Ichaival and get into Rage and Deathbringer, that's when you're going to really start laying out the damage. Because everything, your physical power is going to be so good. Your line attack is going to freaking lay out at least 300 to 400 points of damage. You can use your slide and get up on enemies that are running away. You can assassinate people with your ult. Apollo has a lot of tools to kill people. A lot more than the usual hunter. Since most hunters rely on basic attacks, Apollo can use a really good line and his ult to really lay out damage. But overall with Apollo, you just got to remember with this build to really be careful because you're going to be getting hit. When you get your 10 basic attack hits up to get your audacity, that's when you really can want to focus on like an assassin or tank and really lay out a lot of damage. But that's pretty much all I've got for you for Apollo. He's not too hard to play. He's just, with this Transcendence build, you gotta be careful on defense because you're gonna be so ridiculous on offense, it's gonna be insane. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is Jeff here. I just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. And on the bottom left, you will see a video related to what you just watched. And on the right, a random video. This is a video that we have uploaded at some point in our existence. And I have just chosen completely random and put in here. Feel free to check out either of them. Thanks for watching.